What's up, Chuckers? Producer Mike here. This is the Served 5 Setter, your weekly roundup of all things racket sports, 5 stories in 10 minutes or less. Before we get into it, please hit subscribe on YouTube, give us a follow on your favorite podcast platform so you can stay up on all things served. We really appreciate the love and support. That said, today is June 19th, 2026, and here is what we've got for you. The Sister Act is back. More wildcard controversy. The Knight speaks praises. And a tennis design they are not Qiddiyaing about. Plus, did a .com bubble burst in tennis? Let's get into it. We start in Berlin, where Serena Williams' comeback hit another little speed bump. Playing doubles with Karolina Muchova, Serena and her partner went down in the opening round 6-4, 6-4 to Juliana Almos and Erin Routliffe. The first round loss, however, was overshadowed by the bigger news that dropped the very same morning. Wimbledon announced that Serena and her older sister Venus are getting a doubles wildcard. The Williams sisters back together at the All England Club. Sign us up. For any new tennis fans out there, these sisters haven't just won multiple Wimbledon singles titles. These two have won 6 Wimbledon doubles titles together. The first in 2000, the last in 2016. The first 2 of those championships also came from wildcards. They share the all-time record for women's doubles titles at Wimbledon. However, that is not the end of this story. As of the time of this recording, Wimbledon has one remaining women's singles wildcard to award. And you guessed it, the queen herself, well, our queen, Serena, has not ruled out singles. When a reporter in Berlin told her that there was still a singles spot open, here's what she had to say.
There's still one Wimbledon singles wildcard that hasn't been announced yet. Would you like it?
Oh my gosh, there's left? There's some left?
There's one left.
There's one.
Yeah. Would you be interested in that?
Would you be interested that I took it?
I would be interested in you taking it for sure.
Gosh, you think I'm ready for singles?
It's more important what you think, sir.
Oh, I think it's important. What do you think?
I think you'd be ready.
What do you think, Carolyn?
Yeah, I would be interested in it.
Yeah? Let's see. I need to get to work.
Would you raise your hand for it?
That's the question of the hour, right? I don't know.
Man, Serena's so good at this. And yes, I can confirm we are all interested. We'll be keeping an eye on this and that last wildcard slot, so stay tuned, or maybe it's already been announced by the time this airs. Speaking of wildcard slots, for set number 2, let's run through what we know about the rest of the field. On the men's side, the marquee names are Stan Wawrinka and Grigor Dimitrov. Wawrinka, 3-time major champion, plans to retire at the end of this year, so this is a farewell lap for Stan, the man. Dimitrov, now ranked all the way down at 169, is the same guy who last year was up 2 sets to love on the eventual champion Jannik Sinner before suffering a pectoral injury that sidelined him until the tail end of the season. On the women's side, French Open finalist and Cinderella story of the year Maya Chwalinska picked up a singles wildcard. This will be her first time receiving a direct entry for a slam. Finally, to close out this set, a few notable withdrawals while we're here. Sebastian Korda is out due to ongoing back issues. Lorenzo Musetti pulled out as he continues to rehab his thigh injury. And despite raising hopes after being spotted on court with Jannik Sinner earlier this week, Holger Rune has officially bowed out of the championships. Let's get to set number 3, where we hear from Sir Andy Murray, who is both a knight who protects the realm and a coach who is encouraged by his players' progress. As a reminder, Murray is currently coaching Jack Draper through the grass season, a duo that we have yet to see officially debut due to Draper's ongoing recovery from injury. On Wednesday, The Guardian reported that Murray seems pleased with what he is seeing from Draper recently, saying, quote, "I get to spend a decent amount of time with Jack. I also believe a lot in his tennis. In the sessions I've done with him, I've been more impressed probably than what I expected, and I thought he was bloody good before I started helping him." End quote. The article goes on to say that the plan is for Draper to return at Eastbourne this coming week before Wimbledon. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Set number 4 takes us from the grass to the desert, where Saudi Arabia has unveiled plans for the biggest national tennis center in the Middle East. Rendering of the facility going up in Qiddiya, a city just outside of Riyadh, hit the internets this week, and commenters were quick to compare it down to the color scheme to the iconic All England Club. This comparison seems to make sense considering the facility is reportedly being designed by the architecture firm Populous, which is the same folks that were behind Wimbledon's retractable roof. This new facility will reportedly have 30 courts, a 15,000-seat center court with a retractable roof of its own, and an 8,000-seat arena, also designed with a roof. This all could be operational as soon as 2027. This apparently is part of a wider Qiddiya city project, a roughly $40 billion entertainment and sports mega build that already has a theme park, a water park, and of course, why not, an F1 track. Hopefully they will have a race the same weekend and an Italian will win both. So the question is going to be, will this be the next iconic tennis venue, or will this stay only a rendering similar to the Line project? Only time will tell. Finally, here at Served, we read a lot of tennis news, and this morning we went to one of our usual stops, tennis.com, to which we were met with a site that looked very different. The website now prominently features 3 pages: scores, tournaments, and rankings. But where did their news section go? If you scroll all the way down, there is a link to News Archives, a section where the last article published was June 8th, 2026. When discussing this with the group, Newsletter Megan reminded us that Tennis.com was originally a good old-fashioned print magazine, Tennis Magazine, which she used to get when she was younger. Tennis Channel purchased Tennis Magazine back in 2017 and eventually transitioned it to a fully digital publication in 2022. It is unclear if this is forever a new design or just a pit stop on the way to a fresh coat of paint. We will keep you updated on what we learn. And this leads us to our tiebreak trivia. Sticking with that last story, who was the very first person or people to appear on the cover of Tennis Magazine? We will have that answer for you in this week's 5-Setter newsletter, along with a few headlines that did not make the show. We've got an update on Carlos Alcaraz, a Wimbledon dark horse, and a college tennis Cinderella story. For the full breakdown, head to surfpodcast.com or find us on Substack. Remember to hit subscribe on YouTube or follow us on your favorite podcast platform. As always, thanks to the Serve team, and we will see you chuckers on Tuesday.